Hola, I'm doing a little sketch today of a snail. This is going to be my reference. Cool thing is about reference images you bring into gravitysketch, you can also flip them around. So we're going to start turning on symmetry mode, at least for the first part. Just create a little plane, and as you can see, I turned the subdivision level on. Give it a little color so we can see it. No, just kind of slowly, very roughly start building out the shape. And I'm going to turn on the subdivision level. I think I'm going to make this a not very low poly model and just have it nice and smooth. Now we're going to get those eyes out there in the back, so I think I'll just do an extra loop cut here and here. Make that a little rounder. And then just kind of extrude and extrude again. I think I'm going to deviate a bit from the reference. But first, that's just what we're going to kind of look at. I think I want to have like big bulging eyes, so you just extrude, scale it. Yeah, having it have a little bit of a flat top is actually could work nice. Now maybe I want to make this a little smaller. I can use this kind of loop tool. So I select the whole loop and I just scale it down. Maybe reposition this a bit. Yeah, now it doesn't work for the top one. Not sure why, but you can also just grab the face. We'll put some more detail into the eyes later. Okay, now the antennas. We'll just build them from this spot. To make sure it's nice and square, so it's more round. Make it a little thicker. Just go here and extrude. And that's probably a little too thick. So just scale those loops down. I want to have kind of a point at the end, but I think for this I'll just have whoops. Just scale this down. I take the loop and I can just extrude the whole bottom at once. Now I think I just want to make that the shell a completely separate object. Yeah, so somehow we gotta make it spiral down. Yeah, for this I'm gonna turn off the symmetry mode, pick a different color, and just start with a plane. Yeah, I think this is why I like starting a little bit in the low poly mode for blocking out the basic shape. What was I thinking with this? Oh yeah. So there's and this is kind of like a stairway going down. I think is how you can think about it. Does this make sense? Yeah, I guess so. And I'll move all those, readjust all those points later, but first I just want to kind of figure out how to actually just do a spiraling thing. Yeah, so here the trick was just to have like one like triangle here, and then you can see how it works. Just revolve this around. And I know what you're thinking, that doesn't look anything like that, but that's for now not really important. I just want to make sure I don't make any mistakes and like consistently am creating that spiral shape. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 4 layers. Let's add one more to this. Yeah, so I'll stop here. Just delete this, and then this again becomes like triangle. Well, first of all, the yeah, let's do it like that. It's much higher, of course. I'm not completely sure what I'm doing, but I think this should give us the rough shape. Now let's see what happens when I turn on the subdivision level. Now, of course, you see now it gets totally smoothed out. This is the point where we add some hard edges. That's actually a pretty powerful tool in gravitysketch. So here, this whole edge that is kind of spiraling down, I want it to be a hard edge. And then also, yeah, I think all these edges should be hard. At least the ones that are going horizontally. Mm-hmm. So yeah, still very different. Let's exaggerate that a bit. No, no, I don't want that. So I think I want to end it a little bit rounder. Okay, so this is not anywhere near finished, but let's just continue on the rest of the body for now. And then I'm just like constantly selecting those loops and extruding them. And obviously I'm already like changing the design quite a bit because I think I really like a very long neck. But I really like having some reference in there, just usually just to get started, get some information. But then, you know, take as much freedom as you want. Now this is always a bit tricky, like how to end it. You can just scale this all the way down, but that's really not a great solution because it just creates a cluster of vertices. So maybe just kind of close the shape and then extrude one point. Yeah, that might work. First of all, what's a nice angle for this? I do have to say I kind of like the not roundness of what's happening here. It's kind of a happy accident, but something funky to it. Now we just kind of decide how to place it on the body. I think I want to make it smaller. I think I want to make that whole snail smaller. shit, this is a problem. If you're zoomed out and you're selecting a bunch of vertices in symmetry mode, and you accidentally go, hold them too quick or too close to each other to the center, it's going to fuse those. There might be other ways to do this, but I just zoom in, so that's less of a problem. But it's also one of the reasons that you don't want to have too many vertices clustered together at any point. Oh yeah. It's not a perfect loop, so here I am just going to select the whole thing. Just move away from the center a bit as you place it. And then it's fine-tuning it a bit again. So I place this, have it intersect a bit, because now we kind of have to mold it to the shape of the snail. So this will require some extra loop cuts. Yeah, this one isn't gonna work because it doesn't end like in a tidy way. Yeah. So we just go in with our knife, manually cut it. Yeah, we don't have to go all the way up. Of course, you can see now it's broken the edge of that line, so I have to fix that. But first we'll just make the shell fit the body. And kind of drape it around it. And then let's fix those hard edges. Yeah, that one looks a little weird. I'll have to look at it. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is looking so weird. Sometimes also just playing around a little bit, sometimes you have to, like here, if I turn this one off, then it seems to interpolate the geometry just fine. And here it's happening again. Yeah, I think we're gonna fix that in a different way. First, let's just go to the front where we have to do the same thing. So create some loop cuts here. And on the other side. And then restore those hard edges. All right, yeah, we don't want to do that one. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit out of whack and a little bit funky in how like the shape is, but I can help but kind of like it. So I don't think I want to fix it too much. Top view looks a little weird though. I'm gonna add some extra little loop cuts here. Just make it a little less square. Yeah. I might want to do that also on this side. Spread it out. Yeah, I am gonna just make it a little rounder across the board. I do think I like that. And add some more loop cuts on this side, just all the way down. Yeah. All right, I think I like that. Just some edges I forgot. Yeah, basically the rule is just to do them all until you see something weird happening. So I don't really have a problem with this side, I think. This is probably a little better. I think finally I want to put a little, give it some thickness. Then I turn off this, which always keeps the y-axis up, so I can rotate the whole model. I don't like this as a general practice because it just helps me, you know, if you've got a big scene and you're rotating it around like this, it does make me feel a bit queasy every now and then. So. I'm just going to have it intersect, close it off. All right, here, a little issue. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there. Okay, good. Now let me turn it back on. I think I want the eyes a lot bigger. Too much? Yeah, a little bit too much. This is better. Yeah, maybe we give it a little, some hard edges on the bottom as well. All right. Let's add some detail to the eyes. Again, it's all extrude, scale. Yeah, let's have those eyes pop out just a little. Kind of readjust these. Now, one of the things you can do is put a little hard edge here. And I think, yeah, also want little balls on the ends of this. So, I think we're about done in symmetry mode. All right. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do with this little critter. I'm gonna turn up subdivision. And now I just wanna have it feel a little bit more dynamic. So it's a little bit of a curve in the tail. And I think we're gonna bend the head also this way. Yeah, something like this. And now I'll go in and readjust there. Yeah. I think that looks good. There's a little bit of weirdness going on here still. I don't think this one should be a hard edge. Yeah, I think that fixed it. It looks good, but it's probably smart to make a little extra cut here, because there's just a little bit too much tension there. Right. Yeah, that's not really what we want. Maybe an extra loop cut here will fix it. We'll do that on the other side as well. Yeah, that should be enough. Maybe we just delete that. And then yeah, it's really just getting worse now. Maybe also put this as a hard edge. No. Still something bothering me a little bit about the shape. Yeah. Okay, that should work well enough. Okay, so now what? Anything we want to add specifically? Maybe we put something on the snail. First, let me do a little more dissymmetry, or asymmetry, I should say. Maybe even a bit in the eyes. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Just keep those eyes like that, but maybe... maybe we keep this snail kind of free, build something around it. Like a little diorama. Yeah, I kind of like that rounded shape. We should modify the snail to match it. Yeah, a little smoother. Now here I usually just add another plane just for reference. Give it a different color so I can see it. And then I'll just, so it's more or less straight. So it doesn't have to be perfectly round. Now put some foliage on it. Of course, I think we need some type of, you guessed it, mushroom. Just to give it a little scale. Those nice bulging mushroomy shapes. Turn that into a hard edge. And select the loop. Yeah, it's a little big. So let's make a second one. Maybe some small rocks, more like pebbles. Some leaves. Yeah, let's think. Yeah, and I'm going to actually give it some thickness. Then again, it's kind of handy to select the loop so you can extrude the whole thing at once. As you can see, I'm just kind of placing it and I'll fix it later on. I'm going to think about the thickness. Well, this is just going to go across. And here, maybe 2 triangles, and I just kind of extrude it and then delete one vertex, and then that's kind of how that works. Okay, that doesn't work. So the order of snapping sometimes makes a difference. I'm not sure why or how that exactly works. Just sometimes if it doesn't work, try a different order. Okay, so here we want to have kind of like the stem. Okay. I think we do some hard lines. All right. So maybe at the end we just let it go up a little bit. Also, to make it a little bit more dynamic. It's pretty thick, but a little thinner. I usually just kind of go through, see where I am, and then push it back. You don't want to have it too close because you'll can get some baking issues, especially with like ambient occlusion in Substance Painter, for example. Okay, so that's a leaf right there, and then we'll just have a second version, a little smaller and more vertical. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I'm actually gonna do a thing in the middle. That's going to be like the flower of this plant. Mm-hmm. All right, I think we can add some small like sticks or something to this thing. And I just, for small, very tiny things, I just use a triangle. And just kind of scale it up. Go around, rotate the thing and the scene, and slowly scale down. To get kind of the first kind of like gradient of scale from low to high. Now go back in and just scatter some of those sizes throughout. Maybe, okay. When to stop. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's turn off the surface contours for a little bit, just to kind of get a feel of how it looks. A little better. I think that works. Maybe I do like the snail to be a lot bigger. Go a little bigger. All right, we need some more elements in this. I'm not gonna like fit the snail body to the surface just yet. I want to have everything in place. Then I'll do that. Yeah, maybe one little extra plant. So a little flower here. Hmm. I think I'm gonna attach these two pieces of geometry. Do it like this, and then just get rid of these faces, and these should just snap together. Let's see what it looks like if we add another leaf. So I'm just gonna do one. Yeah, I think that'd be nice. Still not sure about this one. No, okay, I think I'll already have a nice little diorama. We're not going to have this, I think, just be this. I still wonder what it would look like if it was in a glass, like aquarium or glass box. I'll just make a second layer and put that there, make it transparent. I'll pick a reflective color. Yeah, I do kind of like it. Yeah, I think we should do it. I'll just adjust this leaf to the glass. Yeah, then we'll need let's go back to the layer where nothing's transparent. I think we will need like a shape around. I could just make that from this. Oh, good. So I don't know what happened there. Just do them individually. Yeah. All right. So put the subdivision levels on, and then make this a hard edge. Obviously, it has to be a little bigger. I'm going to align myself a little bit based on where the diorama floor hits it, but also in the center of the glass. And yeah, it's not super precise, but this is really how I love to work with gravitysketch. Now we'll close at the bottom, and we'll have to create some more hard edges there. Although maybe this is fun as well. Okay, so maybe let's see what it looks like if I make some hard edges on the bottom of that shape as well. No, I think I like the other one. All right. So I think we're done. We're ready to export. I've done some materials now, but they're really just to be able to see what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna think about which of these parts are going to be separate. So I'll have a little bit more UV resolution. And also I always want the glass to be a separate material from the other stuff that's opaque. But I'm going to open this up in 3D S Max and kind of make the selection there. So I'll save it and export it. I'm going to use the render, so that's basically how it looks here. If you hit Control, it's going to be without the subdivision. Yeah, there's actually a little problem that we're going to have to solve in 3ds Max. So I'll do an OBJ, but I'll also do an FBX just in case. All right.